the shores of Lake Erie. We are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At their own 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow under pressure. They got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your...
And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Mayfield on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see. Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Third and goal. Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Mayfield down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, great grab by Chase.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Burrow will throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This goes out wide for Nixon.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield to throw it this time. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Fielded at about the 28. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty,
a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Mayfield rolling to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They go play action with Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A give running right is Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This one caught out wide by Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now Joe Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Malik McDowell in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Touchdown, Bengals! C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. From the 31, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Gets past one man.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.